We're talking about the most solidly democratic state in the entire country.
The Republican Party up there has no power at all.
Yeah, it's difficult when you've got a system that's so far out of balance to hold politicians accountable.
113. If you want to understand Rhode Island politics, you've got to understand that number. There are 113 seats in the General Assembly. Republicans, out of 113, hold only 10.
And guess what? That's our hope and change.
You can't compete with their knowledge of government, the wirings of procedure, how things work, where the pressure points are within the State House, and how the money and where the money can be funneled down. They know that procedure much better than we do.
They are the lifeblood.
The elitists, the leftists.
Whoever has the money controls the party. For every 1,000, they can come up with 50,000 and just outmatch them pound for pound.
They are an organized, well-oiled machine that is funded with money they steal out of teachers and firefighters and cops' pockets.
People who wake up at dawn to manipulate and play that government game.
They are a force to be reckoned with, that the state just has not fully come to grips with, identified. It's not a matter of the Republican Party not being organized. It's just the money machine that they are up against.
It's an amazing amount of resources that they have.
Normal, everyday people, they get up in the morning, they go to work, they pay their taxes, they start businesses, and they take care of their families. They're not concerned with government. And why would they be? They're not concerned with their elected representative because they don't expect him to be lobbied day after day by a network of professional liberal activists who wake up at dawn to go to the State House and change the entire way that things run.
You got to wonder, for the last 40, 50 years, if nothing has changed, if the inner city schools are still the worst schools, if the housing is still the worst housing, if the crime rates are the same, are higher than they've ever been, if teen pregnancy is higher than it's ever been in those areas, if fathers aren't in the homes in those areas, what's wrong?
People in Rhode Island don't get enough for their taxes, don't get enough out of their government.
Death by 1,000 cuts. It's every little handout, every little $3,000 grant that every legislator gets times 10 every year, and suddenly you realize you're talking about millions and millions of dollars of waste because the Republicans are too small in numbers to stop that. If we have a budget deficit, it's because the legislature passed a bad budget, and the legislature's the Democrats.
Rhode Island right now.
You know, it harkens back to the pamphleteering of the formation of this country.
People are going to be surprised about when they read it is the infrastructure of the progressive movement.
Maybe when people read this, they're going to realize they have more in common with the Republican Party and see it as a party who's actually trying to preserve their life.
Rhode Islanders have been taken advantage of. They've been deceived, they've been lied to, and it's been by the same people who've been in charge for the past 70 years. They don't think they've screwed everything up. They think that we haven't taxed enough. They think we haven't regulated enough. They think that we haven't socialized everything enough. It's socialism, and we have to be comfortable with that word because that's what we're dealing with.
It's not that I want to punish your success. I just want to make sure that everybody who is behind you, that they've got a chance at success too. I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
This liberal will be all about socializing, would be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
I'm proudly a capitalist. If they believe that the government can do a better job than the free market, then they should be proud to call themselves socialists. That's what they are.
Rhode Islanders need to know what's happening. They need to know how we got here. And that means that we have to look at the party in control. We have to look at the Democrat Party. Rhode Island is on life support right now. Total life support.